Welcome to iCabbi Marketplace Spotlight. I'm here with Don McCormack from Zego. Don, you're the head of Irish expansion for Zego. What does that mean, and what is Zego for everybody who's watching?
Well, what Zego is an on-demand insurance company. So we're a tech company first, and we kind of entered into the insurance market. We offer drivers anything from insurance as low as by the minute, up as far as by the month, and as far as annual as well. So what we're doing is tailoring insurance to a driver's needs.
Okay, so how did tell us when Zego was first set up and kind of your story from start to now to you being head of expansion in Ireland?
So the concept of Zego came up about three and a half years ago. So one of our founders, Harry Franks, was head of global procurement at Deliveroo, and a huge part of his job was onboarding drivers. So they had about 2,500 drivers every week coming on, and the biggest blocker for that was drivers couldn't afford the insurance because they had to buy an annual package. So Harry thought, okay, I'll go find another insurance provider who has this. So he checked around the market, and there was absolutely nobody who could offer anything kind of flexible. It was 12 months or nothing, that's all you could get really. So him and a couple of his buddies at the time came together and said, why don't we build something here that actually suits a driver and is actually tailored to their needs in this kind of gig economy where things are changing and no one's doing something 24/7, right? So from there, the idea of Zego was created. They started in the delivery space of scooter drivers, moved from there into doing motor vehicles also and delivery. Next step then, they said, well, why stop there? So they moved into the kind of private hire space in the UK, working with some of the tech companies there. And then most recently now have kind of expanded across a couple of other countries, including Ireland, Spain and France most recently.
Okay, so what you've done a lot of business in the UK in is giving insurance to Uber drivers. So they are only paying for insurance for the 3 hours or the 7 hours or the 25 hours that they're working each week.
Yeah, well, it absolutely varies. So some drivers want to do a 12-month package, other drivers want to do a 1-month package, and then what we're currently just launching with Uber. So we've got that offer with Deliveroo in the delivery space, but now we're launching this product that they can actually get insured as low as by the minute and by the hour and by the day.
Okay, and so you're basing all of this on data that you're gathering via their different apps. And now the taxi industry has this data because the taxi industry is based on software now, like iCabbi's cloud-based system. So is that why you're moving in to offer this into large fleets like the iCabbi customers?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the perception in insurance is the only place you can get this data is from tech companies, so Deliveroo and Uber and those kind of guys. Partnering with someone like iCabbi allows us to go to a more traditional part of those industries and actually access the data that we need to actually give an insurance quote that's fair for those drivers and doesn't penalise them for not driving with other partners and things like that.
So what kind of data points are you able to pick up? What are you basing your quotes on?
We look at a huge range of factors. I think the most straightforward ones, obviously there's the obvious ones of insurance around no claims history and things like that, and how long you've had your license for. But then what we'll actually start looking at to give a more relevant quote for drivers is how many hours in a day were they actually driving around in their vehicle, or of those hours they were in their vehicle, how long did they actually have passengers in their car, and then where were they driving at those times. So really trying to use each of those data points to give a much more relevant quote to those drivers and ideally bring the price down to something that's more fair for them.
Okay, so you are looking for fleet owners who want to offer bundles of insurance to their drivers. So if I'm a fleet owner, why do I want to do that? Why do I want to give my drivers this company insurance that I've negotiated with you guys?
Yeah, well, firstly, it's a great product.
Of course.
but I think as a fleet owner, for me, there's a couple of things that stand out. So, at first and foremost, I think it's a really strong kind of acquisition and retention tool. So this isn't something,
drivers
and to maintain them. So this isn't something that currently we're launching across the board. So we're kind of picking select partners, and iCabbi is obviously facilitating a lot of that. So that it's a huge way to kind of get those drivers because no one else will have access to these kind of policies that we're now doing, and obviously the data that comes through iCabbi is very valuable for that. And then I guess the knock-on effect, or the reason for that acquisition and retention, is that we are coming into an industry that has been quite settled for quite a while, and we're offering prices that are, I think, competitive for the most part, which is very beneficial for both the fleet owner and the driver, of course.
Okay, so the fleet owner can offer their drivers insurance at a competitive market rate than what's out there, and only they can offer it to their drivers, because the driver can't go and get that same rate by himself.
Exactly. So as I said, everything we're doing here is based around data. And the way we access that data is through permission of the fleet and through the driver themselves. So we're only offering this insurance to drivers who we can get that data through from them, which is through the fleet.
Okay, excellent. Well, I think if I was a fleet owner, I would certainly be interested in giving that incentive to recruit drivers and to retain them in the business as well. If you had one parting message to potential customers, what would you like to say to them?
What would my one parting message be? Change is good. Something new is coming into the market, and it's being embraced, and I think we need to continue that. And don't be afraid to challenge it, but let's see what we can do.
Well, that is great advice. So something new is coming into the marketplace. It's Zego. Thank you very much, Don, and we'll see you here again soon.
Thank you.